increasingly to have abdicated. Bayroth became in effect the temple of a new cult, a new creed, and well-educated Europeans deemed it quite as acceptable to be a Wagnerian as to be a Christian. The church was under sustained political attack as well. In 1870 to 72, Prussia's shattering victory in her war with France and the creation of the new German Empire produced for the first time in modern history a supreme military power in Europe which owed no allegiance whatever to Rome, to the extent that the new empire was Christian at all. It was Lutheran, but the Lutheran Church, to all intents and purposes, was little more than an adjunct of the War Office, most traumatic of all, Garibaldi's partisan army. By 1870 had finally effected the unification of Italy, had captured Rome, had wrested the Papal States and all other territory from the Church, and reduced Catholicism to the status of a non-secular power. Father Jean Starkey celebrating Mass at the ruins of Qumran prior to the day's archaeological excavations. Members of the international team at the Rockefeller Museum, Jerusalem, working on the scrolls from K4 Center, bearded, is Father D. Vaux, with Father Milik to his right and Father Starkey to his left. John Allegro is seated to the right of the illustration. Members of the international team working on scroll fragments in the scrollery, left to right. Father Patrick Skehan, John Strugnell, John Allegro. Left to right, John Strugnell, Frank Cross, Father Milik, John Allegro, and Father Starkey. John Allegro and John Strugnell working in the scrollery. Left to right, John Strugnell, John Allegro, Father Skehan, Dr. Klaus Hunzinger, and Father Milik. John Allegro working on the Nahum commentary in the scrollery. Father Milik, flanked by Dr. Hunzinger and Father Benoit, studying some newly purchased scroll fragments in January 1956. The fragments probably came from Cave 2. Dr. Hunzinger in January 1956, holding the Passam scroll from Qumran Passam scroll. Cave. This scroll was not to be published until 1965. Scroll fragments as they were brought in by the Bedouin who discovered them in January 1956. The Passam scroll from Cave 2, before it was enrolled. Passam scroll. A seal found at the Qumran ruins with, curiously, the owner's name, Josephus, written in Greek rather than Hebrew or Aramaic.